So we're continuing our series on practicing triads. If you recall, we've practiced all the major and the minor triads, and today we're going to be adding in the diminished triads. So here we go. So here is C major. So we have a C, an E, and a G. Here's C minor. We have a C, an E flat, and a G. So the middle note, the third of the chord, came down to make it minor. So we have a smaller third. Now if I'm going to make this into a diminished, now I'm bringing the fifth of the chord down. We'll just go over that terminology. So for each triad, we have the root, we have the third, and we have the fifth. So we have three notes in a triad. There's always going to be a root, there's always going to be a third, and there's pretty much always going to be a fifth. And they have different sizes, different qualities. Here's major. In the minor, the third is smaller. When I turn this into diminished, the third is still like it was in the minor, but the fifth is now smaller as well. So you can think of that word diminished as meaning kind of small. So all of the intervals are kind of smaller here. So I'm working my way up chromatically like before. C sharp major, C sharp minor, C sharp diminished, D major, D minor, D diminished, E flat major, E flat minor, E flat diminished, E major, E minor, E diminished, F major, F minor, F diminished. Don't forget to name these chords when you're practicing them. Don't just practice them by rote. Don't just play them, but be naming them. G flat major, G flat minor, G flat diminished, G major, G minor, G diminished, A flat major, A flat minor, A flat diminished, A major, A minor, A diminished, B flat major, B flat minor, B flat diminished, B major, B minor, B diminished. So if you recall, when we're doing major and minor triads, the fifth and the root are usually either both a white key or both a black key. So remember that there are only two exceptions to that, but remember, so here's C major, C minor, both the root and the fifth are a white key. If it starts on a black key, then the fifth is also going to be a black key for a major or a minor triad, right? Major, minor, with the two exceptions being over here. If the root is B flat, for a major triad or a minor, the fifth is going to be a white key, the F. So there's B flat major and B flat minor. And then the other exception is up there. So if the root of a triad is B, if you want a major or a minor triad, then the fifth is going to be an F sharp. It's useful to know that rule, and of course without knowing the exceptions, the rule is useless, right? So you have to keep those two exceptions in mind, that these are different. And then of course when we're playing these diminished triads, you'll have noticed that the root of the chord, if it's a white key, then the fifth is going to be a black key. So here we don't have a regular fifth, we don't have a perfect fifth, we have a diminished fifth on these diminished triads. And think of that word diminished as meaning that the notes are kind of crammed together. That's one way of remembering it, that a diminished chord, all the notes are closer together, they're all minor thirds. So just to remind you, practice them going up chromatically like we did, and remember to say the names of each triad as you go. Much faster way of learning things and very good for the ear. Okay, so good luck with them.